Alright. Eat some more food, watch the first fight.
Rien ne peut plus m'arrêter.
I have literally one thing for you so far. That was clean. Holy shit. That was really nice. Your Venom mine, you just sort of shot it out randomly, like, where it's just going to hit somebody over here, which, okay. But Venom Mine, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated abilities in this game. Not that it's like some huge, massive ability. It's not. It's okay, but it's kind of treated like garbage, and it's not, because it's like solidly decent. It's a good ability. It watches your back. It's kind of a big brain ability, right? So think about where you're worried about enemies flanking you from. And if your whole team is playing over here, I would be really worried about some asshole coming from underneath and coming back here, right? So I would shoot my Venom Mine over here, or even like early in the game, just drop it, you know, around this corner or something. So as they come up the stairs, they hit it somewhere where it's going to catch somebody flanking over from this side, right? Use it to watch your back. Use it to guard you from flankers and guard your team from flankers. Because then if somebody is on the sneaky flank, not only does it tell you, but now you have wall hacks on them for a few seconds and they're taking damage. So like with damage boost even, you can just one tap them with the body shot and Venom Mine.
You should be at peak performance levels. Merci.
Right now, we need to be thinking about hooking away rather than continuing to do damage. Not saying you can't take one last shot if you want or whatever, but our team is now rotating out, which means we're getting cut off. So, like, if you choose to stay here, it's because you think you can, like, kind of 1v6 this and get out anyway, right? Like, you think you can just kill some people and they can't touch you. And I think they can, right? So, yeah. Maybe we take one more shot, maybe not, but I would already be hooking it out and looking to rotate and then take some kind of new angle down the choke. Or maybe even just already be walking so we can grab the hook into this window. That's like a nasty little angle sometimes. You know, whatever. Wherever you want to go from there. But we just stay in a little bit too late. And the Echo gets the drop on us. And the Echo's able to get the drop on us because by this point we're ahead of our tanks, right? She didn't have to go past anyone on our team to get to us.
Locked and loaded. No one can hide from my sight.
Because of SR deference, I can't play with myself on GPS. Amazing.
Merci.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Roadhog.
This will help.
I'm going whole hog.
You could literally kill her with a Venom Mine on the cart. If somebody's hiding behind the cart all alone like that, literally just Venom Mine them, yeah?
No one can hide from my sight.
Mercy and Bereitschaftsdienst.
So, like, this Venomine, ostensibly, sure, but nobody's going to come through here without you seeing them. Especially, like, as you back up and you can see through these. But this Echo, quite smartly, is playing around this roof. Yeah? I would Venomine this corner right here. And then the next time she, like, peeks over, she gets it. Yeah? So, now we need to think about angles. And, like, if the enemy team keeps giving you good targets to hit, sure. Our tanks have dropped, though, so, like, we don't have the protection of them from up here anyway. But also, like, enemy teams started getting pretty good at avoiding your LOS, and you're mostly looking at tanks and bubbles and things, right? Sometimes they're giving you targets, but as you climb, you're going to get fewer and fewer targets playing here. Just because you're in a line with your team and your tanks, and the enemy team's just going to avoid your LOS. Right? They're going to attack your team through here, and you don't get to play. So, hook, cheeky angle. Assassinate somebody, turn around and walk away. Monkey jumps up there, now you're gone, right? Or if you have your hook cooldown back, you can stay here, keep taking shots, killing people, bait that monkey. If the monkey jumps for you and we hook away, now he has lost that cooldown. We're back with our team. What's he doing? He's just entirely out of the fight. That's all the way over here, right? So start thinking about the angles you pick. Your mechanics are insane. They're really good. They're not Plat. They're not low Plat. They're like, we should be vibing in Diamond, maybe even low Masters with this aim. Like vibing in Diamond, right? But the angles we take aren't always the best. Like, we're not really outputting a lot of pressure. We're not diverting resources away from our tanks to, like, make space for them, etc. We're getting tons of picks, which is great. But that's only part of the equation, right? That's only part of the math. Hey, Fezzy, welcome back.
Comme c'est aimable de ta part.
You're the one who keeps getting flanked. And it's really lucky that you're not dying, right? And against better players, you might. So start flanking them instead. Right? Don't, if they know where you are, rotate. If you know where they are, pick a sneaky angle and shoot them, right? It's cat and mouse. And you're a mouse with really big fucking teeth right now, is the way you're playing this, right? Be a little bit more cat. Start hunting them. Like, Jesus Christ, you have the mechanics to back that playstyle up, so you should absolutely be doing it. That angle is pretty good. This rotation is pretty bad. You get a shot on that Mercy, which is great, but like, think about where you are relative to your team. So, well, I think I rewound a little bit too far, because like pretty soon everyone's up here, right? Yeah, I rewound too far. My bad. So, whole team's going up there. We need to be careful of this hog, but so long as we're here, then whatever, if they hide from the Widow behind this cart, our team can shoot them. Like, our Junkrat can just drop nades on them. If they start hiding from our team with the cart, we can shoot them from that doorway, right? So you deny them access to the cart, basically, without them dying or taking lots and lots of damage, right? If you wanted to rotate from here, if you were worried about losing good angles from here, let's back up like 5 seconds. 5 more. Okay, here we are, yeah? And now we want to rotate. Maybe we're worried about this hog duel here. We got 2 options. One, the risky one that I wouldn't do, is we could drop and hook up to here and try to murder somebody. I wouldn't really do that with Widow. I would hook and just come here. Yeah, that seems like less of an angle, but again, it's creating a crossfire. Where are they going to go for cover from your team? Into here? Well, now we have an angle into at least some of here, right? And then from there, we can look to wrap around. Maybe even drop when we get our hook back, murder somebody, hook back up and get out, right? The other option would have been to have rotated way sooner, so you can like come around here maybe and pop up. I don't really like that because that brings you too close, right? It's the same problem as trying to get up to here. It brings you too close. But it's kind of how you should be thinking about your rotations, right? We want to get angles around the enemy. We want to wrap around them. So if we see our team coming up this way, then we look to take an angle this way, right? Or we let them walk past us and we just keep holding this angle. Either one. Honestly, all things considered, I would probably just hold this angle. Right? Let's see what you would see if you kept holding it. That Ana, the baby diva, the Mercy that you kill anyway. Like, you actually had more targets just holding this, right? Don't get me wrong, you're still murdering things, because you're a wicked good shot. It's just there's another level to this hero, another layer to this hero that we're kind of missing entirely, and that is the pressure that we output based solely on the angles that we choose. How we deny cover from the enemy, which forces their positioning, so either we get the picks or our team does, because we've created a crossfire. They can't stand anywhere and live, right?
Merci.
Damage increased. Adaptive circuits engaged.
We hear the hog. Oh, yep, that was a bad drop.
I'm here.
Wait, where was the bomb? So you see that the bomb stops there anyway, but do we have our hook? Let me see if we have our... We don't have our hook. Okay. So yeah, you could drop your Venom Mine off the side just to have a better idea where the hog is, but right now, I would either drop here and like try to get an angle on this Ana while avoiding the Roadhog, or I would walk across and try to get an angle down this hallway and start working my way over to here where I can get this angle on the cart. Something. Either one. Yeah? But again, not in the middle and definitely not dropping to fight this dude head on, right?
I'm here.
Oh, slow-mo.
Now, where were we?
I would pop it.
No one can
Yeah.
hide from my sight.
It's last fight. Unlucky. Okay.
Ready. Ready. One. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
Wow, he actually hit the one shot. Sorry, not to like... I just gotta see this. You see?
Like cutting through silk. Know yourself
Okay.
in the face of death.
Unlucky.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
Alright, and now we're on Cassidy. Nice. Generally you want to flash the hog when he vapes, though. Unless you think you can, like, just, like, headshot him and kill him if he's that low.
My ultimate is charging. Game on.
So you guys have to clear these high grounds. If you don't, it's a shooting gallery. This is a death trap, yeah? This is like the huge mistake people make on this map in lower elo, is they think they have to push the cart through the choke, and you don't. You have to win the fight. And then the cart will move through the choke for free. But this is one of the most narrow chokes in the game, and if you just try to force your way through it, if the enemy team plays this right, you never will. They'll just keep spamming the choke, and you'll just keep dying over and over and over again, trying to force your way through it. It's so hard. You have to. And this is like isn't optional. Sorry, Cassidy. I know it takes a while. Use your roll a couple of times while you're doing it. You have to walk. You have to walk, and you have to help clear this. Ideally, you get some teammates to come with you. Maybe Diva flies up there. Maybe Ash Coach comes up here, right? Maybe Mercy will come with you and help you. Something. But if you guys don't clear this high ground, you'll never get it through the choke. All other things being equal. Like, I get that this is ranked and it's middle elo, so the enemy team might just horrifically misplay it. But that's not a great way to rely on winning it, right? Alright, this is another way to clear the high ground, is push through this way. It's a little bit risky because you're exposed, but they already gave it up for free. So awesome. Good. But this was bad. Now we're back in the middle, and this is where we're going to eat random damage. We're in the choke. You don't want to fight in chokes. You want to take angles to chokes to break them. So if we're here, great. For here even, it's better, because at least we're above. Or we could be over here maybe trying to help our diva, something. Anything but here. Anything but here, right? You have between somewhere between like 500, 750 SR just on your mechanics. Like, just on your mechanics, you're missing like 500, 750 SR, and it's all because you're positioning, yeah? And not even that you're like a feed or sort of bad positioning, right? It's the macro positioning that's missing. That was unlucky. We messed up the duel. Oh well.
Thanks. Put it on my tab.
So now the enemy team is playing in the choke? That's what I'm talking about them horrifically misplaying. The strength of a choke is when the enemies are inside of it. So if you enter the choke, it's strong against you, right? This is where the fire gets concentrated. If you walk into the choke, the other team has the choke advantage, not you. you want to stand on the other side of the choke and you let them walk into it. It's so funny to me when I see, like, tanks preventing people from getting into the choke. No, you can't enter the choke. You want them to. You want them in the choke, because then they die. Anyway, I digress. So, your team was kind of in the fight when you took this rotation. If you had taken this earlier, it's really good. But as it was, it just pulled you out of the fight when you were kind of needed. But now your team's regrouping and we have a good position. So that's kind of okay. If the plan was just to regroup and be ready for the next fight, then it's fine. Yay for DM.
Now, hold on.
30 seconds remaining.
Thank you, kindly.
Good. I'm glad you didn't drop for that. But see that soldier on the off angle? Okay. So I'm talking about taking these off angles. Especially on Cassidy, but like on any hero that you can do it on. You want to prevent them, you want to push them out of those angles. If you can just win it and kill them, that's great, but you need to force them out of those angles, right? And instead, we're skipping that step and we're just trying to, like, kill whoever's in front of us. And sometimes that'll be fine, sometimes that'll work, but, like, while you're killing whoever's in front of you, this soldier on a really good angle is killing whoever's in front of him, right? So if we force him out first, then he doesn't get to kill anything. And then if we kill things after, right? So we're just skipping an important step here. We gotta force these angles out. Okay.
Victory.
Cool. Hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you ever want to drop another VOD, please feel free.